So had a little chit chat with the coaches with the head coach after the camp, and they said they wanted to offer me a spot on the team.
Shut up, bro. Shut up. Welcome to the team.
Where to even begin? Let's go back 10 months ago where I decided to upload my very first YouTube video. It was around this time where I had an idea in mind to create a YouTube series and title it Path to College Soccer. It would basically be a bunch of day in the lives or vlogs, basically documenting my day-to-day routine, my lifestyle, my trainings, eating, workouts, pretty much everything that goes into playing soccer. And this would just kind of show my progress towards achieving my goal of playing college soccer. So yeah, I started this journey in April, recording it on YouTube at least, but the desire to play college soccer began a very long time ago. For pretty much as long as I can remember, since like age 10, 11, 12, I've always had a dream of playing soccer at like the next level, playing professionally. And I would watch players like Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi, like just the big names. I didn't really watch soccer that often, but I would always see like highlight videos, and so I would pay attention to like really big name players, and I would try to like play like them. So I'd always had an interest in playing soccer professionally. Now the problem was, at the time, I pretty much always been on the B team for whichever club I played for, and if I was on the A team I wouldn't really get that much playing time, so that was always a bit of an issue. So I would stay at a club for a year, and then I would go to a different club, stay there for a year, go to different clubs, sometimes transfer halfway through the season. So I've pretty much been to almost every club in the area, except for a few. So that was just kind of what I was accustomed to. I was never part of like a team that grew up together and played together and kind of built that team chemistry, so I was never really a part of that. And so my final club that I ended up at was Lutz Rangers. When I say final, that's not the club I'm at now. I'm at Florida Premier, but this was sort of like a big moment in my playing career as a young kid. I tried out for Rangers and I made the B team, and I was okay with that. And so seasons going and stuff, and my playtime even on the B team wasn't great, and I began to sort of enjoy the game less and less and less, and it got to the point where I didn't even want to go to practice anymore. I hated like playing. I wasn't even having fun in the games. I would get like a couple minutes of playtime and that'd be about it. And I obviously just wasn't happy at this moment in my playing career, and I decided that I wanted to quit playing soccer, just stop completely, hang up the cleats, and not really touch a ball again. It just got to a point where I just wasn't enjoying it. I was beginning to like dislike it. Like I said, like I did not want to go to practice. I was not having fun in the games. I wasn't even playing, to be honest. And even when I did play, I didn't enjoy it. So this was by far the lowest moment in my playing career so far. To look back on it now, like I was this close to just not playing again, and thankfully my parents convinced me to keep playing, to take a little break and then go back play and see if I find my love for the game again. My self-confidence was so low, because like how are you supposed to believe that you're a good player when you're not getting playtime? You're always on the B team. And so I took a little break and then I started playing again, and I kind of found my passion for the game again. This was 8th grade year, and so I got back into playing, and I went back to my childhood club, Wesley Chapel Soccer Club, and I played on a pretty bad team, to be fair. We lost almost every game, but I was having fun, which was good. I was enjoying practice. I started like watching professional games. I started watching the Premier League, and I was just having so much fun playing soccer. Like that was all I wanted to do. I would train at home, I trained at the field, like club practices, school practices, individual trainings with friends. I started taking the game more seriously, and like I said, this was where I started to like train individually by myself. I found like a training partner who had like the same goals and ambitions as me. You guys have seen him in previous videos, Jesus. So we trained together like non-stop, summer of 8th grade year, 9th grade year, and even a couple years into high school. So yeah, I began to develop pretty rapidly as a player. I spent 2 years at Wesley Chapel, and then I transferred out to Florida Premier. I spent a couple months at Florida Premier, the Collier campus, and then I transferred over to the Starkey Mitchell side of things, which is the current team I'm on. And that is by far the best team I've ever been a part of, the best group of guys I've ever been a part of, like overall, like best coaches I've had. it was just the best club environment as a whole. And Florida Premier is a really big club. We've got a lot of connections and stuff. This was just the environment that I wanted to be in, because this was junior year where I joined Florida Premier, and I wanted to play college soccer. I wanted to continue progressing as a player, play at the next level, and so I figured like this was the perfect club for me to develop at. I was on the best team I've ever been on, and I was actually playing. I had self-confidence and stuff in my ability. I had coaches who believed in me. I had teammates who like welcomed me into the team. Now, while everything on the club side of things my junior year was going great, high school wasn't so good, both on the field and off the field. It was pretty much junior year was just a mess for me at YRS, to be honest. And so we decided, my family and I, to transfer me to Wesley Chapel for my senior year. We knew it would be a big change, but we thought that the positives far outweighed what I would be missing out on, which wasn't much, to be honest. So yeah, I transferred after my junior year to Wesley Chapel, and I joined the team, and I was later named captain of the team, which I was super stoked about. We didn't have like the best season. We lost some games, we won some games, but it was definitely the most fun in high school soccer that I've ever had. Really good group of guys, really good coaches, and so it was just an experience that I'll never forget. So we're in my senior year right now, and this is the biggest time of my playing career. Like, I'm not really committed anywhere. The time is like winding down. It's getting later into my senior year, and I'm looking to play college soccer. I'm looking to like get an offer to commit somewhere, and just kind of stop worrying about where I'm going to play. And so I went to an ID camp at St. Leo, and it went really well. And so I started talking to the coaches afterwards and stuff, and we kind of stayed in contact, and I kept sending them film and stuff of like my club games, high school games, all that stuff. And then they actually invited me to train with the team one day, and so I trained with the team. Again, it went pretty well, and so the coaches stayed in contact with me after that, and I started training with one of their players, Javier Todd. You guys have seen him in some videos. Absolute baller that man is. So yeah, I started training with Javier. I think that was really beneficial because it kind of helped me see like what a player at the college level looks like, and especially at a school that I was extremely interested in attending. Like, if you know me personally, you know that St. Leo was my #1 option once I got into my senior year, and this was a school that I wanted to play for so bad. And I wasn't sure, to be fair, if I was going to be able to make that dream a reality, just because after training with the team was amazing. They play in the toughest conference for NCAA Division II, and it's a tough program to get into. The coach is very good at his job. He's a new coach, and he kind of turned the program around. And so this was obviously like my dream school to play at, and I wasn't sure if it was going to happen, but things were like looking good. Because I stayed in contact with the coach, I trained with the team, I've been to an ID camp, and so we reached 2020, and there's a January ID camp. I talked to the coach and tried to get some feedback on where he sees me and stuff, and we decided to that it would be best for me to go to another ID camp, the January one. So I went to the ID camp. Javier was there, Sebi was there, so it was really fun. I played really well again, and after the ID camp I stuck around to talk to the head coach, and he decided to offer me a spot on the team. I was over the moon. I was in shock. I was in disbelief. I couldn't believe that I'd been offered a spot to play at St. Leo University, which was my dream school to play at. The next week I called the coach and I verbally committed to play there. I accepted the offer. I pretty much accepted it in my head as soon as I got it, to be fair, but I just called him to make sure it was like official. It felt like a huge weight off my shoulders because I was so stressed. I was worried that I wasn't going to have a place to play college soccer, that this was going to be my last year playing school soccer, this was going to be my last year playing club, like playing competitive, just playing soccer in general. And that was not what I wanted. I'd always wanted to play the next level. And so I could finally like relax, just enjoy the rest of the high school season without having to worry about filming games, editing games, sending film off to different schools and stuff, trying to like gain interest from colleges. I had it sealed. It takes us to February, which is signing day. Probably one of the happiest days of my life. I invited a bunch of friends to come to signing day, so to have like all the support, my family came down. So that takes us to today, right now, February 11th, 2020. This is the end of Path to College Soccer. It's been a long journey. I wasn't sure how long it would last, but I stuck with it, and you guys have been following the Path to College Soccer series. It was really fun for me to create. I hope you all enjoyed it. So this is officially the end of Path to College Soccer. It's not the end of the YouTube videos though. I'm going to continue filming. I feel like I got some really good content now to put out once I go to St. Leo and stuff. So I'm probably going to start a new series like Day in the Life of a College Soccer Player once I officially get on campus. But for now I'm just going to continue like creating videos that are fun for me to create and stuff. So it's crazy that this journey is over. The Path to College Soccer journey. Like, you guys have met people that I train with. You guys have met all my friends. You guys have seen me train off the field, outside of club. You guys have seen me working out and stuff. You guys, like, I've taken you guys through pretty much everything. I've kind of showed you guys my life, and so yeah, for those of you guys that have been along since the beginning, I appreciate y'all. And if y'all are new, please like the video and subscribe for more content. We got some big videos coming up in the future, but that is going to be the end of the video. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, do all that stuff, and I will catch y'all in the next one.
Drop the top inside the coupe, look at the view, yeah. 12-inch records on my wall, it's nothing new, yeah. Rolling with my team, that's by the queen, yeah.